What's going on, YouTube family? It's your boy Mike the Businessman, and I got another video for you guys. All right, so we're gonna be talking about handling claims, right? And how do you guys want to handle that in your car rental businesses? All right, let's go. All right, guys, so in this video, we're gonna be talking about claims handling, right? So if you're in a car rental business, obviously it's not a matter of if, it's when your car is gonna get into an accident. All right, so for a lot of you guys out there, you probably have never done this before. You've never handled an accident. Maybe you've never even been in an accident yourself before. So how does that work? How is it different handling claims in a car rental business versus a personal claim that you have? Say you wrecked your car and you call your insurance company to file a claim. What's different? Well, guys, it's a whole world of difference because now you're dealing with multiple parties, and now you also have to submit paperwork versus with your personal insurance, you just have to call them in, file the claim, and that's it. They send someone to come look at the car, inspect it, and then you wait in the mail for your check. On the business side of things, it's a little bit more convoluted, all right? So let's say a renter rents out your vehicle, and then something happens, there's an accident, and now you have to file a claim with the insurance. All right, there's a few things that you guys need to know about, all right? Number one is obviously you gotta go once the accident happens. The most important thing, guys, is we need to be worried about the renter, all right? Is the renter okay? Make sure that they're okay. You have to show compassion for them and try to get them any help. Do they need 911? Do they need to be put into another vehicle immediately, all right? That's number one instinct, right? Or before you start thinking about the car. Cars can be replaced. You can't replace a human life, all right? So that's the number one thing that we have to be thinking about. Now we've got to go file a claim on the insurance. Or while they're still at the scene, you got to get a police report, all right? Because you want to document what just happened, all right? Because otherwise later on it's going to be a he said, she said, right? So you definitely want to advise your renter to call the police, file a police report, get one there. The police are not going to write the entire report on the spot, all right? But the officer will give you guys a report number, all right? So, or let you know what precinct is going to be handling this this matter, and then maybe later on you guys could call there to get the report number once it's been issued, all right? Now that you have the report number, then you need to go ahead and, or before you get that, go ahead and call the insurance company to file a claim. Now, insurance companies, once you call them, you file the claim, they will ask you for what happened. They're going to request that you send out a copy of your rental agreement. They're going to need to see pictures of the damage, and then they're going to ask you for an estimate to repair the car. Now, what do you do once they've asked you for these things? This is when now you would go take the car to a dealership or a body shop, a certified body shop, to go get an estimate to get your car fixed. Once you've gotten the estimate, you've agreed to the estimate with the body shop. The body shop is going to want payment. Some of them would want payment up front, or some of them are already connected to these insurance companies and they will bill them directly. All right, now I always prefer, the better way to do this is for you guys to handle that aspect. Don't let the body shop bill the insurance company, because what happens when they do that is these guys inflate the bills and they make almost double. They make a whole lot more money on the claim than even you get to. All right, so instead, if you are able to, a lot of them will give you a discount if you negotiate a cash price. All right, and if you're able to swipe a credit card or pay them cash and get your car back on the road as soon as possible, that is the best scenario, hands down. Pay them off immediately, get them to fix your car as quickly as possible, and get your car back on the road. Most of them will give you a discount, especially if you're paying up front, you're paying cash, all right? Or you can go find somewhere where you can get the car fixed for the cheap. Go get the car fixed for the cheap, and then you're waiting for the insurance company to send a check, all right? Next thing you're gonna wanna ask the insurance company for those. So like I said earlier, you're gonna get the repair bill, all right? The cost to repair the damage that was inflicted on the vehicle, all right? Or not assuming that the car was totaled here. Maybe, someone hit the fender or whatever, right? How much is it gonna cost to get that fixed, right? We're gonna ask for the repair cost. Then we're also going to ask for loss of use. Now, depending on what state. Now, some states, like Progressive in Texas, has in its policy language that they do not pay loss of use or depreciation. So in those cases, either you have to fight them with a lawyer, or unfortunately, you can't collect on that. So you want to get loss of use. Now, what is loss of use? Loss of use is how much the insurance company, or how much you should be compensated for the money that you're losing since your car is sitting in the shop. All right, loss of use is only for the period while your car is in the shop and is being actively worked on. Okay, insurance companies have to pay you a reasonable amount of money to compensate you for that amount of time, because your car could have been out on the road earning money, but unfortunately this accident has caused your car to stay in the shop, and now you're losing income. All right, so that's why we file for loss of use. Now, loss of use is always subjective. It's always up for negotiation. So just because you come up with a huge bill of $100,000 and you submit it to the insurance company for loss of use, that does not mean that that's what you're going to get. All right, they don't pay the full amount. They might pay you pennies on the dollar. All right, they might pay you 50 cents on the dollar. It all depends on how good your negotiation skills are. So that way you can maximize how much you get for loss of use. But remember, like I said, in some states and with some insurance companies, you might not be able to get it, or if you do get it, you'd have to put up a huge fight. So loss of use is definitely one that you guys definitely want to make sure that you get. Okay, the next thing that you guys are going to also want to make sure you get money on is going to be depreciation of value. All right, that's the next thing that you're going to be asking the insurance company for. What does depreciation of value mean? Well, obviously when your car gets into an accident, now that accident is on the Carfax of your vehicle. Obviously the structural integrity of your vehicle is no longer like it was from before. Your car has obviously depreciated. All right, if you have to go sell that car in the open market, now it has an accident and it's going to lose some value. People are going to price you lower than they would have if your car didn't have an accident. So depreciation of value is compensating you for that loss, that drop in the value of the car on the street. So if you were to sell your car, before the accident, your car was worth $100,000, but now it's gotten into an accident, it's worth only $80,000. You've lost $20,000 in depreciation. The insurance company should compensate you for that. All right. Now, once again, depreciation oftentimes is subjective. Insurance companies will also try to fight on that. So that's something else that you have to give them hard data to show what the current value of your car is now that it has an accident versus what it was prior to an accident on the open market, what people are willing to pay today for your vehicle. Now, once you have those three prices, you are now able to submit that to the insurance company in writing and now in a demand letter and seek compensation for your loss. All right. Now, this process could take time, guys. I think a lot of people start off on Turo, and so they're used to where Turo actually fronts the money out of their own pocket and they pay for your claims. And then Turo on the back end goes and fights the main insurance company and tries to make money on the claims, and they put that in their pocket. So Turo is incentivized to pay you guys off quickly within a week or two for your claims because they're going to make money on the back end. All right. So, but that's not the way claims work in real life. All right. Claims take a while. Some claims could take anywhere from a few weeks to months to even years before they pay off. So be mindful of that. It all depends on the complexity of the claim. If you dotted your P's and Q's, all right. If you're somebody that maybe was sloppy with things, you didn't have a rental agreement, you didn't have pictures, or your story is a little twisted, or the circumstances around the accident are just enough to tie somebody's brain in a knot, then maybe you don't expect to get paid quickly. Sometimes you might need to fight this for a while. All right. So what do you do also in situations where maybe the claim is just too complex for you to handle, or you don't have the time to handle it yourself? All right. If you're in that bucket, kind of like me, I outsource my claims. All right. There's claims handling companies out there that are for a percentage of the amount of money they get you, they charge a percent, anywhere from 5% I've seen as high as 10% of your payout, your claim payout. That's what they would charge you. They will handle your claims process from A to Z. All right. There's several of them out there. I'm going to refrain from mentioning any of them because there's a lot of bad apples out there in the claims management business. So I don't want to mention any. What I will mention is one that you guys should definitely stay away from: All-Star Claim Service in Miami. The gentleman that runs it is called Lex Martinez, and he is known to keep people's checks after he gets them from the insurance company, because that's a process. That's the way that these these claims companies work. The insurance company cuts them the check, they take their commission, and then they send you the balance. All right. There's many good claims companies out there. He is just one of the rotten apples out there, and you guys don't want to deal with. All right, 90% of the ones out there are good, so I don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater. He is just one of the bad apples that will steal your money. Case in point, he's even stolen over $10,000 from my company, MTB Exotics. We used to use him for a while before, back in 2002 to 2022, all the way. We used him for almost 2-3 years, and he did just fine, paid us just fine. And then recently in 2024, we tried to use him again, and we had Geico send him our checks. And he never paid us. Matter of fact, we had to call. We were waiting. The claim was lingering for so long, and we called Geico to find out what the heck was going on with our claims, only to find out that they'd already paid him, and he never told us. And then when we confronted him about it, he kept giving constant excuses as to why he couldn't pay us. First, it was his son was in the hospital, and then his bank account is Santander, and it's going to take a month for the money to get to us. There was always a different excuse every time. Till today, as we speak, he's still giving excuses. And so I definitely recommend that you guys never use All-Star Claims. His name is Lex Martinez with All-Star Claims. Definitely stay away from him. A Google search will show you guys several lawsuits have been put against his company. So you guys definitely do not want, actually they won judgment against this company. So you guys definitely want to stay away from him with a 10-foot pole. However, like I mentioned, there's several other ones out there that do legitimate business. Notable mention, I've heard of ACM. There's also Hawkeye claim service. There's several of them out there. So if you guys don't want to do it yourself, you can definitely outsource. Another good thing about some of these reputable claims companies is that they would, even if the insurance company only pays out to a certain amount of money and there's still money owed, they would even go after the renter to make sure they collect on the full payment, even going as far as sometimes even putting it on their credit report as a collection. All right, so definitely it's very beneficial to use claims management companies, especially if you're a busy car rental business owner. It could definitely help you streamline, take tasks off your table. That way you can focus on other things that matter. So guys, I hope this video was helpful. Let me know in the comments, how do you guys handle your claims? Did I miss anything? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget guys, please like and subscribe to this video so that way I can put out more. It encourages me and help this channel grow. Make sure you guys subscribe. We're trying to hit 10K followers here soon, if we haven't already. But guys, thank you very much. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next video.